So I'd like to start the meeting today, November 9th at 5 o'clock. And in keeping with the ongoing emergency order from Governor Charlie Baker to limit gatherings and maximize social distancing, and under legislation passed to address remote board meetings during the emergency declaration, this meeting will be conducted over Zoom. Attendance by board members will be remote, and remote attendance shall count toward quorum. The meeting will be broadcast live and recorded on ECAT. To join a remote meeting using your computer, click on the URL at the top of the meeting agenda or copy it and paste it in your browser. To join a remote meeting using your phone, call the number provided underneath the URL. You'll be needing the meeting ID to join by phone only. Okay, so the first thing on the agenda is to approve the minutes of October 13th and October 27th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from October 13, 2020, as well as October 27th, 2020.
Second.
All those in favor?
Zayas, yes.
Mills, yes.
LeBlanc, yes. The next thing on the agenda is action discussion about the novel coronavirus, an update.
So the update that I have for all of you is, if you hadn't seen any of the email correspondence or any of the other pieces that have been floating around, we had been anticipating that with the release of last week's numbers that would have covered the last week of October and into the week before that. So it would have ranged from the 18th through the 31st. We were anticipating that we were going to be reclassified as red, because during that time we had, I believe, 33 cases of COVID in that 2-week period. In anticipation of that was misplaced, in that the governor on Friday reset the entire schematic for assigning color codes to different communities. Now we came in as green last week. We had 9.9 cases per 100,000 for the 2-week period that they were looking at. And now the grouping has 3 different categories that are based on population. So there's different standards depending on the population of your community. We're in the middle column. We have 10,000 to 50,000 people. So for us to be green, we have to have less than 10 average cases per 1,000, which 9.9 is less than 10. And you have to have over 10 total cases. So that's a little bit different. For us to move to yellow, we would be greater than or equal to 10 per 100,000, or we would need to have a positivity rating of greater than 5%. Our positivity rating is low because we have a lot of testing that goes on over at Stonehill. So we have a lot of routine testing that's going on. So we have a lot of negative tests in our pool. I anticipate that when the report comes out this week, we will move to yellow, because right now my tracking has us at about 14 cases per day per 100,000 as our average. We have had some pretty high days in the past week. We had one day last week that 11 positives were reported. So the numbers and the cases are rising. We continue to see spread within households. We continue to see spread associated with social gatherings that some people may consider small, intimate types of gatherings, but that are indoors. And as we've heard tell over and over again, it's in these comfortable situations that people are comfortable and they let their guard down and they don't wear masks, and they do tend to get closer to people who aren't part of their household. And that's where we're seeing the majority of spread occurring. This is right in line with what the state is seeing. The spread, same types of patterns, households, um, social gatherings that at which people reduce their thresholds and become more familiar and more comfortable and get into spaces with people that they normally would not share space with. Um, we'll continue to watch the numbers. We'll see where we end up when the numbers come out this week. Other than that, I don't really have any new updates. Um, we have our weekly call tomorrow on Tuesday afternoon with the Department of Public Health and all the other ancillary departments that are working with DPH on this, including DESE and the Department of Labor Standards. And we will go from there again to see what they're seeing for updates. I mean, as you know, the governor did lower some thresholds in an attempt to get people to, take this a little bit more seriously and be more conscious of the spread that's going on in these smaller settings. We'll continue to promote social distancing. We'll continue to rework and get any information that we get out to the public. We do have the 2 interns on board now. One is actually working on kind of a rework of our website to make it a little bit more engaging and get a little bit more of the advisory information and that information that's helpful for people to use in their daily lives, kind of front and center on the website, but maintaining the easy access to some of the other more individualized or more specialized types of requests that people have. Other than that, I don't really have any further updates on COVID.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions or comments? No? I do have one question. When people, so I do get phone calls, texts, people asking me who to reach out to, and I know we've talked about this, Kristen, when they hear of a potential large party that's going to happen. I don't know what to tell them. Where can they go with that information? I always direct them back to, the people that they're involved with, but they keep saying, well, who am I supposed to tell? I really don't know what to tell them.
I would say they could surely send an email along to the COVID-19 at easton.ma.us email address. There's also methods on the state's website to be reporting gatherings that way. Again, we all have to bear a little bit of responsibility and be conscious of this. And hopefully as the numbers start to continue to tick up and as it's talked about more and more, people will realize that the responsible thing to do is to not host these large gatherings, to not attend these large gatherings. And that's the best we can hope for, I guess, at this point.
So those websites, who do they go to? Who's the receiver of those emails and stuff?
Part of the executive team, myself, we have administrative support on because we get all kinds of emails on that. Today was somebody asked how they could get a copy of their birth certificate. I think we've received complaints through that email for businesses that are not adhering to all of the COVID guidelines.
Okay.
So that's kind of just the general clearinghouse, and all of us that are on the executive team that may have a part to play are in on that, receive that email in our inboxes.
Okay. And will that be kind of easily accessed on the new website?
It is now, and yep, it'll be prevalent when she does finish the revision, but I believe it's in the first paragraph of the existing website.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody all set? So the next thing on the agenda is the arbovirus, tick-borne and mosquito-borne illnesses.
Okay, just want to let you guys know and everyone at home to know that we've officially had the hard frost that everyone saw the snow that was on the ground a couple weeks ago. Not that you noticed it out today with being over 70 degrees out. I confirmed with Bristol County Mosquito Control that the hard frost has happened. Our risk level for triple E and West Nile virus is at low. And this is up on the, drawing a blank. Kristen?
Town crier?
Thank you. It's on the town crier. Thank you. So that's
All
all
right.
we have support for arborvirus right now.
Okay, thank you. Next is a betterment application. It's for 634 Foundry Street to increase the previously approved loan.
Yes, they were approved originally for the $30,000, and they received some quotes that have come in that are going to exceed that. So I'd like to, I don't have the exact figure of the quote in front of me, but I'd like to bring them up to the new maximum of 45,000. It should come in under that, but I believe it's like close to 40 is what their quotes came in at.
Okay. Does anybody want to make a motion on
Make a
that?
motion to approve 634 Foundry, the increase to 45 grand.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Zeiss, yes.
Mills, yes.
LeBlanc, yes. And then lastly, any reports for the inspectors, from the inspectors, or a complaint log?
I've been, I just want to make a quick statement about the election day and the help that you guys gave and how appreciative Board of Health was that the members stepped up and came out, Aria and Lynn. That was really,
I
really,
was there.
really showed.
Yeah, you
Were you?
I was there twice in the ambulance.
Oh, were you? When
You-
Mr. Nixon fell? Yeah. Yeah, so I just
Oh.
wanted to reach out and just say my appreciation to you guys, because it was a long day and all the help you guys gave was very appreciated. So,
Thank you. Thanks for all you did. It was so
Absolutely.
well run. What a great job.
well,
It
we got to
really
thank the
was.
CERT team. There's a lot of members on the CERT team that really put in the 13 and a half hour day rate with me, if not longer.
Oh,
So,
definitely. Yeah,
So.
it was really well done.
It was.
It was. It was a pleasure. So I think that's all we have, guys, for today. That might be one of our quickest ones ever. So should I make a motion to
13.
adjourn the meeting at 5:13 PM today,
Okay.
November 9th?
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Zeiss, yes.
Mills, yes.
LeBlanc, yes. Thanks so much, guys.
Have a good week.
Have a good week, guys.
bye.
Right.